Hi guys, welcome to day 17. So today we're going to see about CSS 3. We have already covered about CSS 2 and a few concepts in CSS, and today we have some sort of concepts like rounded corners, border images. We have already seen about how to give border for a div or for a button, similar to that. But we can give border, and also we can give color for the border, and also we can give border images. So we're going to cover these things in this session. This session will be part 1 of CSS 3. So let me move on and see the rounded corners. So here let me create a div, or let me create a paragraph. Okay, just I'm giving class round 1. Okay, so here click here, close the thing. Right, so for this round 1 I'm going to give style. So I didn't link the style here. Let me go and link it out. Right. Yes, now open style.css. It will be inside CSS. Open. Yes, now let me give styling for this class. I hope you know about the difference between ID and class. For class we will mentioning it as dot. For ID this hash symbol. Okay, round 1. So for that I am going to give background color. Okay, background color as green. Just for example I'm giving green. Okay, and let me give padding. I hope you remember what is padding. The padding is a space between the content and the border. Okay, the space between the content, inside content and the border. And margin will be the space outside the border, outside the container or outside the border. Anything according to the place which you are using, you can use margin and padding. And the next one is width. So let it be 100 pixel. Height 50 pixel. Okay, just save it, and run this file. Open with Chrome. Yes, so here we have this click here, but we didn't have background color. For that I'm just giving right click and inspect. See again, I'm just placing my mouse pointed over the content. Right, it may be in any content, but I want to check why this was not working, because I have given background color as green but it was not working. Just right click, inspect. Okay, the content which is inside the HTML file is given this side, and the CSS styling will be in this side. Okay, so wherever I am mouse hovering, it will show the content. So this is h1, and this is form, and this is the paragraph. Okay, when I click on that paragraph, so I didn't notice any styles, so I didn't get style sheet here. Yes, the issue is, can you find the issue why this style sheet was not linked with the page? This style sheet was not linked so that only we didn't get anything. Okay, the reason is the style is inside CSS folder, right? So now refresh. Yes, now the style is applied. Yes, the width is 100 pixel and height is 50 pixel. So inspect. Okay, now style.css were linked, and these are the content which is given inside the CSS, right? So if you want to check, you can check from here itself. I can reduce height, so okay, let it be 25, right? Then color, let it be white, right? So after that we can give this border as a white color or red color. Okay, let me give border. So border, no, simply border. Border should be into pixel, and solid. We didn't mention any color. Let me mention it as red. Okay, if you want to increase the border 2 pixel, you can increase up to pixel you want. According to your design, you can give that. Okay, now I have given border. Again, I can give border. This is new thing, radius, right? Border radius means just a simple curve at the end. You can notice the curve. Okay, I just given 30 pixel here. You can still reduce it to 2 pixel. Slight changes is applicable. For 10 pixel, according to your design, according to your need, you can adjust the radius. This radius can be given like 50%. Okay, as we have given a width as 100% and height as 25 pixel, so it's coming like oval. If width and height is equal and I'm giving 50%, means it will be like circle. Okay, then here we have another one trick. We can give each and every corner's border, right? For example, if I want to reduce the radius in each and every corner, means top left, top right, bottom left and bottom right. So according to that, we can mention the pixel. See, 2 pixel and 5 pixel, 10 pixel, again 15 pixel, right? You can notice the difference. If I increase, still I just increase this as 20, this as 50, this as the same 10, this as 150, right? So according to the values which is given, it have been altered. Okay, this 20 pixel is top left, right? So this 50 pixel will be top right, and this 10 pixel is bottom right. Okay, this will becomes like this circle. First we will start with top left and top right, bottom right and bottom left. Okay, this value can be given like this way, right? So we have given the radius, so we can alter according to our need, and also we can give values. So 2 values here we have given 4 values. Initially we have seen giving only 1 values like this, then we have given 4. Each and every corner is altered, and now we can alter diagonally. like this. Okay, if I give two values means it will take automatically for top left and bottom right and top right and bottom left. So it will take like this. Okay, so this is border radius. You can use this for buttons or showcasing your content. Wherever you are providing border, you can give this value. Okay, so next one, here we have given border color and where is border color solid 8 pixel. Okay, instead of this border color as a solid, we can give image in the border. Okay, that is the next thing which you're going to see. Just copy this content, because here we just edited this only for temporary result. For seeing in live, we just edited, but it won't affect the content in the real page. Okay, so I'm just copying this and coming here and place the content here, right? So now let me create another one button or another one paragraph. Just copy this and place it here, and it is round 2. Okay, click pick here. Okay, let me have some sort of difference. Now let me go here, dot round 2, right? So here we can give the border as similar in the previous way, like a border colon. Okay, I'm just providing it as 20 pixel solid, but the color will be transparent, right? Transparent. Okay, we can give padding whatever we need. So I'm just giving 15 pixel, and here we can assign image like border hyphen image source. Okay, here we just give URL. So how to mention image here? Go to the folder. So our CSS file is inside the CSS, so we want to take an image from this image folder. So for that, in link we want to give like this. We want to go one folder backward. So dot slash again image, just I'm taking image 2. Okay, so from here we want to go one folder back, in image folder this image. Okay, then we can give border repeat also. While talking about background image, I have told you about background repeat also, repeat X, repeat Y. Yes, so here in border also we can give image repeat. Okay, but not like repeat X, repeat Y, or simply repeat, which is given for background image. But here we can give rounded or repeated or stretched. Okay, rounded, okay, rounded or repeated or stretched. So rounded, I hope the spelling is correct. Okay, for this is round. Okay, so if you want to repeat in a round format, you can repeat as round. Okay, or simply you can repeat. Okay, or else you can give stretched. right? So now we want round. I'm just taking it as round, right? So we can give image border. Okay, border image width, can give width. So let it be for 20 pixel. Okay, so here one mistake, border. Let's save it out. Come here, refresh. Yes. So here we have border actually. So this image have been repeated like this. So yes, let it be. Okay, padding, main source. Yes, we can add border image slice, border image, where is it, slice, right? Let it be 30. So this slice is used for making the image to be presented in a slice format all over the border. Okay, so now I hope you understand what is the image border. So this whole page have been given with the image border. You can have some doubt. The same thing, I mean, this also paragraph, this also paragraph, this takes only this much width, this taking the whole width. Okay, you may have this doubt, but the thing is, for this paragraph we have mentioned width as 100 pixel, but in case of this paragraph we didn't mention any width. If you mention width, it will be in that particular width only. Defaultly, paragraph tag will take the whole width. Okay, if you want to reduce the width, you want to give programmatically or in style, you can give. Okay, I hope you understand this image border. Then let me move on for colors. I hope in previous classes we have covered what is RGB color format, and sometimes we use opacity, right? So let me see some more detailed color formats. So let me go for a noteboard. Let me see colors, right? So we know already RGB colors, right? So RGB, right? So red, green and blue, right? For mentioning a red color, we just given like this, RGB, in bracket you have given 255 00. This is for red. Yes, so 255 is the highest value, so it means this was red color because this green and blue are 0. We didn't combine any green color or blue color. So if I want to combine this 255 and this green, means we can give like this, 255 and 255, comma 0. Okay, according to this value, the color will be given. So this color will be from 0 to 255. It may be 0 or 120 or 150. You can give as per your choice. So CSS3 supports 4 types of new color formats, which is already used in previous session, also CSS2 also, but still we have added advantage. The first one is RGBA. Okay, so this means red, green, blue and A is for alpha. Alpha means giving opacity. Right. So we can give like this. So the example will be like RGBA in bracket. So for red 255,0,0. So opacity 0.3. So for this opacity I can give from 0 to 1.0. 0.0 to 1.0. Okay, it may be like 0.5, 0.9. Okay, the value, minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 1.0. Opacity means the transparency. It tells about transparency ratio. We have already seen this. We have already seen this in Photoshop and also in CSS2. Right, this is RGBA. And we have another one color format. This is HSL. Okay, HSL colors. HSL means hue, saturation and lightness. L is for lightness. Right. So hue, saturation and lightness. Hue means the degree of color. Right. So in our color palette, so we have one color palette. So this will have some combination of colors. Right. So light green, dark green, the combination of yellow and red. So we have some sort of color combination. You can watch this in our Photoshop video, or else you go and open Photoshop and see for this color palette. Right. So in this color palette, we choosing a color. Okay. So that is the degree on the color. So what degree it was taking. So degree on the color palette. Degree on the color palette. Right. So saturation and lightness, it means this is a value of this color. So how much the saturation and lightness should be implemented in that color. Okay, the value will be from 0 to 100%. The value will be given in the percentage, how much lightness added. So if I am giving 20%, means 20% is lightness added to the color which is selected on the palette. Right. So this is HSL. We can represent this HSL color like this. I mean, for example, if I am going to give background color, means background hyphen color colon HSL in bracket. I'm just, for example, I'm choosing 120 and the saturation should be 100% and 50% just for lighting. So sorry, lightness. Right. So I'm just adding these three value. You just go and test with this example. Just create a paragraph and give a background color by using HSL. And also similarly use this thing also. Create a paragraph and give the background using this type of color format. So now we have seen two type of color format. One is RGBA and HSL. Right. Still we have two more color format. Let me clear the form. So next one is HSLA. As we have seen RGB, RGBA. Now HSL, HSLA. HSLA. Okay. Here A means alpha. As like in RGBA, this was also alpha. So we can represent this in a coding format like background color colon. Just create a paragraph as like I told you before. HSLA. Let me take the same example, 120, 100%, 50%. I'm just giving this for example. You can change according to your need, right? So this 0.3, the values we can use 0 to 1.0, okay? Between this only we can use. So this is for alpha. Alpha means opacity, right? We have seen RGB, RGBA, HSL, HSLA, right? Now next one is opacity. We can directly give opacity for any plain color, any color which you are using this hexadecimal format, right? So we can give any opacity value. So plainly you just give opacity colon the values from 0 to 1.0, 0.6. Okay, you just give like this directly, means it will be applied for the color which is used before. If I used background color simply red, direct color means also this opacity 0.6 will be applied for this color. Okay, for these 4 type of color you try to create a paragraph, right? Create class or ID according to your wish. You create color 1, color 2, or you just create with RGB color. Okay, then give some content, close the P tag. Okay, after that you just come to CSS dot color 1, right? So here you just give width and a height, width, height, then background color. Okay, you do this same thing for these 4 type of colors in CSS3, right? So for just for visiting this concept first time, you will be seeing this is very simple, and why these many kinds of color formats. You might have some doubts like this, but the thing is, we going to decorate a website or a form or a page which is going to visited by people all over the world, right? So the selection of colors, applying of colors should be very attractive, and it should be very unique. Okay, it should not be like normal colors or and also regular colors. Okay, we may adjust some color. So instead of using dark orange, we just add yellowish inside that. So we will get some sort of new color, right? So for that creativity only, CSS3 come up with these varieties of colors, right? Okay, now let me see CSS transformation. So CSS transformation is very easy and also very effective basic animation, right? So we can change the position, we can change, we can rotate the content. So all these things will be done. Now let me see about CSS transformation. So transform, okay. This is very simple concept. Just we changing the shape, or not like shape, the position. Okay, just I'm rotating it, I'm scaling it, I'm skewing it. Okay, I'm just repositioning it. So these things were done in CSS transform. So we have 4 main types of CSS transform by which we can give better presentation. Okay, the first one is rotate. We can rotate the content or image. Okay, then scale. Scale means resizing. Scaling means expanding. Okay, scale. Then skew skewing means it will skewed or altered by means of the corners. By pinching on corners, we just going to alter the skew ratio, right? So transform or translate. Translate means it will reposition from one position, it will change to the another position, that is translate. Okay, so for example, we can give rotate in degree value. Okay, transform colon rotate inside bracket I can give 20 degree. Okay, this value will be from 0 to 360 degree. Okay, according to the value given inside this, the content or the image will be rotated. Okay, this will be done like this. For example, this is our original image. Just consider this is our original image or content or div, paragraph, anything. Okay, when I give 20 degree, so this thing will rotate to the 20 degree like this. Okay, this is rotated to the value which is given inside the bracket. This is rotate. Okay, this is rotated in the clockwise direction. Clockwise. Okay, if I want to rotate in a anti-clockwise direction means just simply I can give in a negative value. So rotate inside bracket I can give 20 degree, minus 20 degree. Okay, it will start to rotate anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. Right. So this is rotate. So next one is scale. Okay, scale means for example, if my image is like this, scaling will be like this. So changing the shape or size. Okay, expanding. Okay, so this is scale. So for scaling also we can mention it as transform colon skew. Okay, oh sorry, this is not skew, this is scale. Okay, scale, we can give scaling for x or y direction. Okay, if I am working with y means I can give y. Inside bracket I can give like this 1.5, 1.10. Okay, we can give values in points. Okay, 0 to 10. Okay, and also for expanding in a x direction means scale x, inside bracket you can give the value. Very simple. If I want to expand in both direction x and y, so in our example it was changed from one width to another width, and height also changed. So x and y both have been changed. So here we can give like scale inside bracket 2 comma and 0.5 or 1.5. So it will take both axes, x and y axis. Right, this is scale. Then next one is skew. Let me clear the board. Right, so skew. Skew means, for example, you just consider this as an example image. Okay, skew means the corners, by means of the corners it will be changed. Okay, like this. Okay, by pinching the corners it will be skewed. Okay, For example, the skew value can be given in a degree. Okay, skew x, skew y, like this. Skew x in bracket we can give in a degree, 20 degree, 30 degree. Okay, and we can also give skew y. So inside this we can give a value, right? So this is skew. If we want to combine x and y, as like in our scale, we can give directly skew. Skew inside this bracket you want to give two values by giving comma. So 20 degree. We should not give any space between this value and this degree. Okay, so it should be in a same word, comma 40 degree, right? So this is skew, right? So the next one is translate, right? So translate means, just consider this. From this position, I am going to change to this position. This translate also comes up with x-axis, y-axis and both. Okay, so I can give the values in the bracket, right? So here we want to mention it in pixel, 20 pixel, right? Or for x, so I want to give only one value, so 20 pixel. For y, I can give 50 pixel. Okay, in front we want to give translate, so translate, right? So translate x 20 pixel, translate y 50 pixel. If I want to combine these both, simply give translate in bracket 20 pixel comma 50 pixel. Okay, so this can be given for any paragraph or div. You just create a div, give a class or ID, whatever you need. Okay, so transform, so I'm just giving trans 1 or rotate 1 as per your wish. Okay, just I'm giving some content. Close the div, and after that for this translate trans 1. Okay, if I want to give this transform means, translate means transform colon translate in bracket 20 pixel comma 50 pixel. This is the same format we're going to use for skew, rotate, scale, for all those, right? So here you just give height and width so that you can identify the different, okay, height, width and background color. So all these things you just give. After that you give the transform, right? So I hope you understand what is transform. Now let me move on for shadow, text shadow. So this is very important and a very easy topic also. So for that I'm just going to create a simple paragraph with a class called text shadow. Okay. So here sample text, right? So I just have given like this. So now I'm going to give shadow for the sample text, right? So for that I'm just choosing this class, going down, dot text shadow class. So inside this I can give text hyphen shadow. Okay, so for this basically it comes with two parameters, 2 parameters in the sense this is one and another one is you can give 3 or 4. This is up to you. Okay, this is text shadow basic format, and also we can give text shadow with color. Okay, 1 second. Just we give some color so that you will identify the difference. Okay, just I'm saving it. Let me go and run this. Here, open with Pro. Okay, actually I just given this text as white color, so that's why. Okay, I just give it as black. Yes, now we can notice the shadow, right? So shadow. So if you want to give the shadow in a different color means also you can give. Okay, just inspect. So see, I can reduce. Okay, can you notice the difference? When I increase the shadow, the shadow is in the downwards of the actual font. When I decrease and when it goes to the negative value, it went up. Okay, this is second parameter. This first parameter is for left and right. Right, you can notice when I increase this, increase the first value, it went towards the right side. When I decrease, it will go towards the left side. Okay, first parameter is for left and right, and second parameter is for top and bottom. Okay, so let it be like this. So color is black. Now I'm just changing color to white because I'm going to give color for the shadow. So color is red. Okay, you can notice the color. Okay, let me give some background color so that we can identify more. Background, let it be blue. Right, so text shadow is in red color, right? So actual font is in white color. Now we have given background as a blue. Okay, we can give padding also, padding 20 pixel. Yes, this is text shadow. Then we have one third parameter. So here 4 pixel. This third parameter is for the stroke value. Okay, the spread we always used to tell this as spread value. In Photoshop also we have seen the spread value while providing color or border color like stroke in a edit window, right? So this third value is for spread. If I am giving 1 means it will be slightly spread. So in previous example we have given 0, so it didn't spread anywhere. So I'm just giving 3. So you can notice it have been slightly spread out, right? So this is text shadow. Text shadow. Now let me give box shadow. Okay, take the same example. Okay, So we have given text shadow for the content inside this box, this blue box. Now I am going to give a shadow for this whole blue box. Okay, for that I am just decreasing the width to 200 pixels. Okay, now box hyphen shadow, right? Box shadow, so 10 pixel. Here also I can give two parameters as like same in text shadow. Box shadow is also same. Okay. This is not applied, I hope so. Let me give color. So yeah, yes, you can notice this. And also we have a third parameter for spread. Okay, you can increase this value like this. So the background is spread, right? So I hope you understand this box shadow and text shadow, right? I'm just copying this and pasting in our style sheet. Yes, saved. So I always used to give styling similar to the same way. So I will be just giving a basic styling for a content, and afterwards I will see by giving in live itself. Okay, after that I will copy this content and paste it in my style sheet. So this is my regular routine of giving styles. If you comfortable with these sort of techniques, you can go with that. Okay, in this session we have covered rounded corners, border images. We have given border images, rounded corners, right? So this text shadow and box shadow, and also in noteboard we have seen like skew, rotate, right? So you just give whatever the content which I have explained you, right? You just create a paragraph and give width and height as like we did here, and give some sort of padding and background color, right? So after that you just give translate, I mean transition colon translate some value. It means it will translate the position, or else instead of translate you can use rotate, right? Or else skew, right? You do all these sort of things for your website. We have already created a website with a header, and in last session I requested you to create a form, right? So one registration form, right? So today by means of these concepts you create a product description form. Okay, you just give a title, a small content, put it in a box. Okay, box in the sense give a border, give a background, right? So after that give border radius similar to this for one product. For next product you just give like this image border, and for next product you give like this, right? So after that you try to give rotate, skew also for the products. Create paragraphs, 4 or 5 paragraphs. Inside that give one heading, one content, give the background for all paragraphs, and do the concepts which we have discussed in this session, and upload it in a task section. Thank you so much for watching this session. I will catch you in next session. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.